Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing a stock analysis on Pony AI. Now if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and of course remember this isn't financial advice, this is purely entertainment and educational purposes. Now if you don't know what Pony AI is, it is a Chinese company that makes self-drivable cars or taxis, so to speak, and they are quite decent. They currently have about 300 cars in their fleet, which are all Hyundai. They have a partnership with Hyundai, and they are currently trying to expand into more provinces in China, and it is looking quite great. Now, let's take a look. Get away ad. Let's take a look at the graph. So it's a quite new company on the stock exchange. As you can see, it came out just in the end of last year on the 27th of November at about $14 or so. And ever since then, it has been quite ups and downs. As you can see, we were trading all the way up here in 23, and then right now we are trading all the way down here in 9. Now, I do like the company quite a lot because it is, by my own personal calculations and just the things I've read about them, a, a market leader, and they might be a winner in the self-drivable cars in China. Also because they have recently made a partnership with Tencent about their taxi service, as well as they are planning a partnership with Toyota to get more cars. So that's quite nice. Also because they are planning on expanding the fleet to 1,000 from 300 this year. So they are currently, I believe it's only the Beijing province they're in, but they are trying to expand. Also, they are considering being also noted on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange to take some of the volatility out, just in case that they will be forcibly removed, as we did see Donald Trump saying something about Chinese companies being removed from the American Stock Exchange, which of course probably won't happen. Now, recently, as you can see here in the stocks, we had a golden cross recently back on the 24th of April, and ever since then it has been quite a nice ride up. As you can see, we were trading a bit sideways, and then ever since it has been quite nice up. Also in the RSI, we are trading quite decently in the RSI after quite a while. We were trading in the bottom channel here. Now, if you don't know what RSI is, that is the relative strength index. As you can see here, if it's below 70 and above 50, it is in the upper channel, that is here, that is the upward momentum. If it's below 50 but above 30, it is in the downward trending channel, as you can see here. If you follow the mouse here and the graph, as you can see right now, it's trading down. Compared to when it's up here, it is trading up. Now, when it bottoms out here below 30, that is when the stock is oversold, or when it's up here, the stock is overbought. So you might see a bit more ups and downswings once it's up here or down here. So if it's tanking quite hard on a day, it might be a good idea to buy when it's down here, of course. In this case, it weren't. As you can see, it was down in the RSI while it was trading at about 9, and then it traded all the way back down to 4. So, of course, always be a bit wary looking at the graph in total. Now, let's take a look at their earnings. As you can see here, not much to talk about. They lost their actual Q4 earnings by 99 cents, so that's what that is. And their annual earnings aren't that great, but that is also because they are making quite huge investments. Now, it is a small company, as you can see, only $3.6 billion, but I do like it quite a lot just because of the way that their operating model is, and just the way that they are making partnerships quite early, which I do believe is going to be quite a big strength compared to some of the competitors. Now, as you can see here, seasonals, we don't really have much to go on, as they only were on the stock last year and this year. So last year they were up by, well, 1 point up by 27%, but ended it at plus 19.58%, which was great. Then this year we were up by all the way by 55%, then down by, what is that, 72%, and now we are, of course, rebounding quite a bit. I do think we are going to end the year with a plus. I think we are going to end the year at about, my personal estimation is about 15 to 16. I do think we are going to see it continuing up. It might not be a ride up like easy, so you might see some ups and downs. Of course, we won't see just go like this, but we are going to see some ups and downs. Now, the next support line for this stock properly is right around here, around $13. So if we can break through this, actually, yeah, it is, as you can see, we also did trade right below that before. So if we can trade through this, then the next proper support level is actually right up here at $23. So if we get through this, it is gonna be quite nice momentum. Now for the day, unfortunately, we are down by 8.7%. The purpose of that, I don't know. It's probably just political trading once more. Now, if we take a look at their technicals, as you can see, for the day it is a neutral, and for the month it actually looks like there isn't any. How about the week? Okay, for the week the technicals says it's a sell, and that is, as you can see, and that is because the last week or so, as you can see from here, it has been down. Now we also see these spikes, but we need them to be a bit better before the technicals take foot proper. So it is still a bit weak, but we do need to see a bit better technicals. As you can see, it also tanked quite a bit today. And the analyst rating on this, they are quite nice. As you can see, we have 5 analyst rating on it, but they're all strong buy. And of course, you might think, well, this is great. If everybody thinks it's a buy, well, then you might need to be a bit wary, because if everybody's a buy, well, maybe someone don't think you should buy it. This might be a bit too positive. So always, of course, be careful and do your own due diligence before investing. But I do prefer it when we have a bit more. Of course, 5 analysts is nothing. Usually, a company has about 15 to 30 or 40. So 5, you really need to take that into consideration. And they're all very, very positive. Of course, we did see it fall down quite roughly, and it did gain quite nice grounds. But yeah, still, it's quite high. Of course, they are quite high in my estimates. As I said, my estimates is somewhere between $18 to $10, and I do think it's going to end maybe on the higher side of that, so maybe 15, but of course I don't know. Now, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave any other companies for me to make a stock analysis of in the comment sections below.